And we are back. BS with Brian Simpson. Sorry for the late episode, but I got a little treat up on the YouTube for all of you for waiting. But I got knocked out of commission last week. Had that COVID, had to take some time and then recover and just breathe. I mean, it wasn't like the end of the world. I didn't get that new shit, that French shit where motherfuckers was having trouble. I don't know what I had, but it was COVID for sure. In fact, I think it was the most COVID I ever COVIDed. Like, I took the test, and it was the line. It didn't even take time. Like, you supposed to wait on it. It didn't even take no time. That shit was immediately like, yeah, you got that shit. So I was down for the count for the week. So this episode's gonna come out a couple days late, but whatever. It's all love. It's all good. Elephant in the room. Obviously, besides like election, I'm not paying attention to election stuff. Y'all know that. I don't give a fuck, honestly. We're all doomed anyway. But I did manage to inadvertently piss off a very specific group of white people in South Africa. Somehow, if y'all aren't familiar, I was recently on The Fight Companion. Okay? I'm on there. I'm drunk. I'm talking shit. I'm rooting for Izzy. I'm 1,000% biased rooting for Izzy. I don't like Du Plessis as a fighter. I mean, I don't know nothing about him personally, But some of these people, I guess, that they live in vicariously through this man. And they really took it some kind of way. Now, look, I said some stupid shit, talking shit. See, because to me, The Fight Companion is just, I'm there, I'm talking just like I'd be talking if I was just sitting in the room with you watching the fight, and I'm rooting for Izzy and you rooting for the other nigga. We talking shit. That's all it is to me. But some of these people are like, and whatever. And just like if I was rooting for the guy talking shit and they lost, which I've been in that situation a whole bunch of times, and you get it off, get your shit off. Your little, you got to talk shit back. It's fine, but and it's a little bit of that. It's mostly that. But then some people are like extra with it. You know who I'm talking about. You know the type. They calling me racist because racist white people. That's their new tactic. Is they love to be like, no, you're racist, and so since all of us racist, then this racism shit ain't so bad. Well, I don't know what their fucking mentality is, but it's like, hey man, do whatever you want. A lot of people have gone out of their way to get my attention. Some people have there's people that have literally posted on 4, 5, 6 posts on my Instagram, commenting on the YouTube, sending me emails, and then other people, homies, have sent me shit that people have said, and it's like, I don't give a fuck. You'll be okay. So, your guy's the champion. I'm sure he's celebrating. He won fair and square. It looked like he was getting his ass beaten at the last minute, man. He had something in the tank that I just would have never guessed was there. He pulled it off. That's no doubt. It's not to take nothing away from the performance. You know what I'm saying? He had a good performance, I suppose. But I don't. That's where it ends for me. I don't know Israel Adesanya, and he don't know me, nor does he give a fuck how I feel. It's like, and some of you people out here are willing to be, real nasty about it because you think, I don't know what you want. Maybe you want their attention, but I have advice for you. One, somebody sent me a screenshot, and dude was like, don't, and you know who I'm talking about. See, this isn't everybody in South Africa. This is a very specific group of whites in South Africa, the racist ones. They use all these racist dog whistles, and they any excuse they have to talk shit to a black person, they just love to take it. And their favorite one is oh, he's a racist. Okay, fine. Your whole country is only known for that. People's like, don't come to South Africa. Who the fuck wants to come to South Africa? Who is trying to visit? For what? Y'all aren't known for anything. Cuisine? Nope. Y'all are known for 3 things. Racism, a very specific brand of racism, by the way. You know what I mean? Y'all are the Pepsi of racism. You rebranded it apartheid. So you're known for that. And don't get me wrong. The United States ain't no slouch with racism. But we have achieved and overcome to the point where when you bring up the United States, that's the 20th thing. You know what I'm saying? We got apple pie baseball. We got scientific discoveries. Y'all are known for 3 things. Y'all got racism. 4 things: racism, Duplessis, Elon Musk, and Trevor Noah. So now, I guess the question you'd have to answer is, why is it that Trevor Noah is the thing you're the least proud of? Okay, whatever. Look, the point is, guys, I'm not coming to South Africa. I'm not coming to South Africa talking shit to the country of South Africa, and you ain't coming to the great state of Texas running your mouth neither. Let's keep it a buck. I don't know you, you don't know me. In terms of, one person sent me a message saying, "Hey man, you got to come over here to this message board and this subreddit and see what they saying about you." It's like, I don't give a fuck. Why would I do that? See, something y'all don't understand is, and I replied because I only replied to the people. To the dude in my YouTube comments, because that's the only place I reply to stuff. Unless you email the show, I'm sure someone sent me an email to the show. But that's not my world. I don't give a fuck what's happening in the subreddit somewhere. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not in the MMA commentary. That's not my world. That's not my fans. That's not my concern. If it's gonna always be, it's people out there that hate me because of my jokes. I don't give a fuck. Don't buy a ticket. I'm not here to be liked by everyone. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, talking shit during the fight, my guy lost. It's some well-deserved shit talking back and forth. But some of you that like cross the line because you know why. It's always the same kind of people. It's the people with the private account with the with no profile picture, or they got a profile picture and they got the damn, the fox glasses on and holding the fish. You know those people. And they, and they fancy themselves some sort of tough guys or something like that. And I don't know what it is. Why do you want my attention so bad? I don't get it. I will, whatever's going on in your message board or in your friend group or in your group chat or your subreddit. It's like, I don't give a fuck. I'll never care. And that is really the lesson of this episode. Is, guys, when there's things that you don't care about, when there's things that you hate, right? Like y'all hate me now, right? Ignore them. Because any attention you give those things makes them more powerful. And herein lies the lesson. Like I said, I was laid up with COVID all week. Motherfuckers was commenting on every post of mine. And the thing is, people were commenting on posts that were promoting shows. And guess what? I sold 700 tickets because of you guys. Because every time you come, all the algorithm sees is that it's being engaged with. And it shows it to more people. And if they click on the link, they buy a ticket. So thanks. Keep doing whatever you want. I have no control over what you're doing, but just know that, like, if you're trying to get my attention, it's not free. If you want my attention, buy a ticket. Talk to me at a show. Buy a ticket and talk to me at a show, or email the podcast. I'll reply to an email, most of them anyway. But if you want an apology, that's not going to happen. And here's the real kicker. Right? All of you fucking covert racist motherfuckers, they're mad because I was making fun of his accent and what country he was from, and I got it wrong, and some other dumb shit I said about how it felt like we lost a war and all this other shit. But here's what's wild. Half of you covert racist motherfuckers, listen, and obviously you're not going to reply to me, but just in your soul, in your spirit, hear me. You know goddamn well you were sitting your racist ass at home saying way worse shit to your TV about Israel Adesanya. I know this because the shit you willing to say to me in public, I know you saying worse shit in private because I know your type. Right? Loud as a motorbike, but wouldn't bust a grape in a fruit fight. You type of motherfuckers. I've met 1 million of you. I met 1 million of you, right? And, but hey, maybe if you talk enough shit to me, maybe Duplessis will notice you. Maybe he'll flick some of his ball sweat into your drink, and you can die happy. But congrats to the champ. You know, still rooting for Izzy. Still an Izzy fan. I hope he'll be back. But again, like I don't pay attention to that world. You know, not regularly anyway. I'm very, very much a filthy casual, as one might say. You know, maybe a little more than the casual. You know, I've attended some events. I've met a couple of fighters. I never really go out of my way to, because you ruin it. When you meet your heroes, they can ruin it. You know what I mean? So I just admire what they do, what they all do from afar. But that's about it. I'm a comedian. I'm in this comedy world. I'm not a podcaster first. I'm not a commentator first. I don't have a Reddit. I don't have a Wikipedia. I'm not interested in being a celebrity. You know, and so like I'm never going to be affected by whatever you're typing on the internet. You know, and you can believe me or not. You know, but I, you know, I'm just trying to save you the trouble. You know, because you know, you're the type of people that when I hear you crying and bitching and moaning, it brings me joy. That you're too stupid to know that you're helping me in the algorithm. You're so full of hatred and vitriol that you comment on 10 posts and boost my engagement because you're not smart enough to see. You know what I mean? So, you know, do whatever you got to do. You know, I'm 99% likely I'm not going to respond to you. You know, and neither is anyone else really. Because my fans are a lot like me in that sense, where it's like, like your insults are so childish that like I'm too like you aren't worthy of a response from me. You know what I mean? Not really. You know. So it's okay. I wish you all the best. I hope y'all figure out that racism thing. Maybe your country will be a tourist attraction or something. Once again, shout out to the champ. Moving on. We're gonna answer some other emails this morning. Let me see. I mean, the idea that a white person from South Africa calling me racist would affect me at all is so fucking hilarious. But every time I think about it, it's just so funny to me. Don't visit South Africa. I could, you know, why would I visit South? If I wanted to see vintage whites only signs, I could just go to the Jim Crow section of the Smithsonian Institute instead of going to South Africa. Now, you know, I will say though, y'all got, you know what? I ain't gonna go there. There's a couple of good things. I ain't gonna say nothing though. Let me see. Okay. Urgent disrespect. This is from J Money. You may or may not see this, but please know you truly are a disrespectful fat racist. I hope you stay out of South Africa. See? A diverse country working together for a better future should not tolerate imbeciles like you. And then he says something in Afrikaans, which I don't know what it means. Wait a minute. I know. Let's see what something pussy. I just addressed all that. I have no plans of visiting South Africa. A diverse country working together for a better future. I don't know if that's your reputation. I'm sure that's what the white people there think. You know what I mean? I would love to hear from some black people to see if that's the general feeling in the community over there. I think y'all are just now getting to the point where America was like 30 years ago. So, you know, maybe that is what y'all are. Maybe maybe I have no idea because I don't know. I haven't researched it. But maybe it's all kumbaya over there. Maybe the racist whites over there didn't react at all like the ones over here did, where we're trying to balance things out. You feel like something was taken from you, even though it was stolen in the first place. And so you're salty about it. And so you talk like you think everything should be equal, but you're against any action to actually compensate all the black families for the decades of oppression and theft. Maybe y'all are different. I don't know. But I would love to find out via Zoom. I'm not going to visit. Don't worry about it. Okay. Next email from Joseph. I'm 24 years old and I live in Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm wanting to start doing comedy. My question for you is, how do I start practicing material in the city that's not a big comedy scene? Charlotte, well, the thing is, I don't know anything about the comedy scene in Charlotte, but if it's not a big comedy scene there, then you need to go to one of the nearby cities and do open mics. I'm sure there are comedians in Charlotte that can tell you, where the easy mics are, or where the if it's a small city in the terms of stand up, it's probably you probably got a weekly joint or a monthly joint. But yeah, that's more something to ask like your local people, because I have no idea. But there's some open mics around you. If not Charlotte, then the next major city. I mean, I'm pretty sure Asheville for sure has comedy because they have a comedy festival. And where else? I've actually done comedy y'all got a comedy scene in Charlotte, because I've done comedy in the smaller cities than that. Where's Dead Crow? Is that Winston? No, is that I forget what city that is. But yeah, it's around you, bro. Just Google open mics Charlotte. And I'm sure there's at least one. So, you got to put that first foot forward. You know what I mean? And lastly, this is a update. Yo, Brian, I was extremely frustrated today, but you answered it. I did have a communication issue. So this is in response to a few episodes back. A Marine emailed me, and he got out of the Marine Corps, moved to San Francisco, where he went to the college. I think he was just having trouble with his, his wife, and his mom was living with him, and he was a stay-at-home dad, and he was feeling some kind of way, and he needed to just communicate with his family. So this is him responding to whatever I said to him. I don't remember. He said, I did have a communication issue. I am frustrated. I'm a house dad. My kids are now at school, and you're right, that shit is nice. It's my mom, and she got a talking to. Wifey and I talked it out. You were spot on with your inference. I guess I felt emasculated and wanted to voice my frustration. The main question was, how do I communicate to my wife and mom that I need to flip this script because I'm extremely unhappy? We aren't balling out of control. Before a black couple in South Atlanta, we are doing good, and I just want to keep it going. But I could see she was unhappy dealing with talking people off a cliff all night. Two unhappy shitstorms. Oh yeah, his wife was like a crisis counselor or something. Two unhappy shitstorms. We were yet rational human beings. Figured it out, and now I don't think I've been more confident to stay a house dad. I'm attending minimal birthdays though. LOL. Ain't going to absorb all the coochie energy those things have. I'm near. Okay, I ain't gonna tell people where you live by, but I appreciate the invite, man. Thank you, and I'm glad I could help a little bit, even though I'm not, the sharpest knife in the drawer at the best of times. But, we get it done. And let's get a couple articles out the way. By the way, guys, I posted a clip from my Netflix special on the YouTube. Check it out. It's also a different one on TikTok and Instagram. Check those out. If you haven't watched the special, I mean, I'm sure most of you have. But if you haven't, or you're like, fuck it, I don't got Netflix, fuck it, maybe go. There's a whole, like a long chunk, like a big snippet of the special on YouTube right now, on this channel right now, which you probably will see before this episode, if you didn't know. And so you can check that out. And if you fuck with that, then go watch the special. Go get the damn free trial and watch the special. You feel me? Anything you can help. Like, share, subscribe, tell somebody about it. Whatever. Go hug a South African nigga. You know what I mean? Now, holy shit. Dad hacks database to fake his death and avoid child support. This is from BBC News. A man has been sentenced to more than 6 years in prison after hacking into a state database to fake his death and get out of paying child support. Jesse Kipf from Kentucky in the U.S. was sentenced to 81 months for computer fraud and aggravated identity theft. 39-year-old admitted to accessing the Hawaii death registry system in January last year and creating a case for his own death. Kipf then completed a state of Hawaii death certificate worksheet, assigned himself as the medical certifier for the case, and certified his death using the digital signature of the doctor. It meant he was successfully registered as a deceased person in many government databases. Kipf admitted that he did it to avoid his outstanding child support obligations of more than $100,000. Now, okay, let's keep it. Before I throw my little 2 cents, I'm gonna finish the article. The hacker also accessed other death registry systems and companies in unrelated attacks that he carried out using the stolen login details of real physicians and workers. He was found to be offering to sell access to the systems and selling stolen databases containing private information like social security numbers to other cyber criminals on the dark net. Now, this is where you're a fucking idiot, right? You read Sun Tzu, Art of War. Never go beyond the point of victory. Once you've won, you accomplished the goal. Now you're doing too much, right? You're doing too much. So many people get caught up doing too much. Beyond victory, cease. Why is that in the Art of War? Think about that. This dude's whole life was war, and that was one of his main things. You don't go beyond victory. Because, why? Because war is risky, and fighting is risky. And so once you don't have to fight anymore, you stop because you don't have anything to gain. You taking that risk because you have something to gain: freedom, land, revenge, whatever. But once you have nothing to gain, then you're just risking things. And you can apply that to any situation, including this one. You did all of this criminality to fake your death to get out of child support. And then you were successful, and then you decided, oh, I can make money off this. Stupid. That's what got you caught up. The darknet is a portion of the internet only accessible through specialist software that hides a browser's identity. There are many darknet marketplaces where cyber criminals sell stolen data or access to compromised IT systems sold to international buyers, including individuals from Algeria, Russia, and Ukraine, the court was reportedly told. This scheme was a cynical and destructive effort based in part on the inexcusable goal of avoiding his child support obligations. That's from Carlton S. Shire IV, United States Attorney for the Eastern District of Kentucky. Under federal law, Kip must serve 85% of his prison sentence and will be under the supervision of the U.S. Probation Office for 3 years. The damage to governmental and corporate computer systems and his failure to pay his child support obligations amounted to a total of $195,758.65. Now, listen, and this is something else this motherfucker don't know, okay? One of the hardest things to undo is you being dead in the government computer system. So, he's been convicted of faking his death, but they ain't gonna go fix what he did. I guarantee you. That's how the government works. And, all these systems, they don't talk to each other. Databases ain't updated, all this other stuff. Go Google all of the nightmare stories of people that were accidentally declared dead that had so much fucking trouble proving that they were still alive. It is a damn near insurmountable thing. So even after you get out of jail and you still owe all this child support, all that other shit you're gonna try to do it's gonna constantly be an obstacle in your path. It's just gonna follow you for decades. I don't know how much time he got. Maybe I glossed over it, but I don't think it says.
I think it said 3 years mandatory.
Okay, 3 years. Mandatory, yeah, you're gonna get after them 3 years, you're gonna have a hard fucking time. You know what I'm saying? Because the same office that knows you owe child support, they not talking to the DMV. So when you try to go get your license, they're like, you dead. You're like, no, I'm not dead. I faked my death. Oh, so you faking your death? No, I served the time for that. Oh, okay. You're gonna have to fill out this form. And that shit gonna go somewhere else, and they're gonna be like, you dead. This person's dead. And you're gonna be like, no, I'm not dead. You try to collect your Social Security? Yo, you died 30 years ago. No, I fixed all this. No, you didn't. Not with us, you didn't. It's gonna be one of those things. I'm telling you. So you're gonna get more than you deserve. I mean, because if you was a smart man, you would have went in there. And made your ex-wife dead. See, that's playing checkers, or that's playing chess. You playing checkers. You know what I mean? You just fucked yourself. You should have fucked her. You should have made her dead and got the fuck out of Dodge. You know what I mean? And then your child support would have been the least of her worries. You know what I mean? And like, you'd have fucked around and got custody or some more shit. Like, how she died? She dead? Yeah, man. Anyway, that's just me. I don't know. I also don't have $195,000 to pay nobody. I don't know how you get that far behind the child support without them coming to get your ass anyway. You know what I mean? God, that shit's a nightmare. I'm so afraid to have a fucking baby, man. I'm just not quite there financially. When I make my first million, then I'll be comfortable having a baby. When I have $1 million liquid, I'll be comfortable having a child. I mean, if it like I'm comfortable now with, like, if it happened, I would be like, all right, we're gonna deal with this. You know what I'm saying? Get rid of the Audi, get a Camry. You know, I'd downgrade everything. But I wouldn't be comfy. I wouldn't have a child on purpose till I get $1 million liquid. That's what I need. That's just me, though. You know, because I forget what they cost over their lifetimes. But it's somewhere around that, like $1 million, right? Let's look it up. How much does a child cost over a lifetime? Okay, so obviously it varies by state. But in California, Kansas, Montana, and Arizona, it's between $219,000 to $225,000. Yeah, from age 1 to 18. Yeah, that's just to 18. Yeah, but after 18, what's up? Now, I think you still got to kind of take care of them, though. You know what I mean? 18, and when they think they grown and they going to go out there and stumble and bumble, they're not going to listen to your advice, then you got to bail them out, and they're going to go back out and do it again. You got to bail them out. You know, if you got them type of kids. I'm not going to have them type of kids. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm one of those people, I'm like this in my relationships. I'm like this with my pets. Like, I'm uncompromised. Like, my kids are going to know that when I say something, I mean it. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of y'all kids be trying you because you always let them try you. You let them try you their whole life, and then when they grown, you think they going to stop. It's like, I don't play that shit. It's like, hey, I got you. I got you this time. But it's not going to be no second time. And I don't even care what the sob story is. You know? And you got to hit them with that tough love sometimes. You know, not always, but a lot of times that's what they need. Now, this is an interesting one I've been hearing about. Chick-Fil-A plans to launch a streaming service with original shows, report says. Fast food giant Chick-Fil-A has ruffled feathers over new reports claiming the company is working to expand its chicken sandwich and waffle fry empire into the entertainment space. Chick-fil-A is apparently moving quickly to create its very own streaming platform with a slate of original and licensed content, Variety and Deadline reported Wednesday. The service won't just be chick flicks either. The company has reportedly been in talks with various Hollywood production companies to create family-friendly, mostly unscripted original shows. So reality TV or game shows, right? Variety reported Chick-fil-A has already secured a game show from Glassman Media and a 10-episode series by the talent company Sugar 23. This is a mistake, okay? I predict this is going to go down as one of the biggest corporate fumbles of all time. Okay? Now, they could probably swing it if they don't call it Chick-fil-A Media or whatever. You know, like if it can be behind the scenes associated with Chick-fil-A, But if it's the Chick-fil-A streaming service, it's going to fail miserably. Miserably. First of all, and again, a lot of times I'm wrong because middle America is a mystery to me. But I can't imagine, just like I thought everybody streamed. I don't know anyone that has cable. I don't personally know a single person. But apparently, network TV is still booming because that's still the majority watched thing. And that blows my mind. But again, I've never lived in the middle of America. I've only ever lived on the coasts. So maybe this is aimed at them. Maybe there's a market, because Chick-fil-A, they make excellent fucking chicken sandwiches. And that's what they known for. And a well-deserved reputation at that. And so maybe they got a market research department that's out of this world. And they know for sure that X amount of people are going to download their streaming service. They also have an excellent app. So, you know what? I might be coming around on this because now that I think about it, the Chick-fil-A app is the best app of all of the restaurant apps. It's the only one that I use. I don't have the McDonald's app. I don't have not that I go to any of these places very often, but the Chick-fil-A app is the only one that's on my phone. I don't have a Burger King app, 7-Eleven, because one, they're all terrible, inconsistent, all these other stuff. But the Chick-fil-A app is excellent. So maybe they will apply that same level of excellence to their streaming, but I can't see people signing up for family friendly. That shit's overrated. Family friendly can be a part of what you're doing. But when's the last time a family friendly show was the number one show or a show everybody was talking about? That's very rare does that happen. The family friendly shit be on, YouTube and shit. Like I said, you can have family friendly programming in addition to real shit, but you're asking an adult to pay money for a streaming service that ain't for them. I don't know nobody that's doing that. I don't know, that's why no one else has done it. And maybe this is why they targeted it. It's like Netflix has like Netflix for kids, like the Netflix Kids, but that's in addition to the regular Netflix, where I can see action and drama and suspense and titties, right? And I just can't imagine, but I don't have a family, so I don't know, because families, that's a weird dynamic, but I just can't imagine, I don't know how you're going to get that out to people, but I do. So this is my prediction. Chick-fil-A is going to put out a well-done, excellent streaming service that's going to fail miserably from lack of interest. That's just me. Because for your streaming service to pick up, it's got to have a killer show. Like the gaming industry used to call it like a console mover, like Halo or Madden, or Call of Duty, like something where people go, oh, I have to buy the thing so I can do that thing that everyone else is doing. All the streaming services that failed didn't have that, CISO. And all these other ones that are flailing, Paramount Plus and all that, because they don't have that one show that it's just a must see. Like everybody, they don't have a Game of Thrones, they don't have a Stranger Things. You know what I'm saying? And there are no shows like that that's just family friendly. It's like Touched by the Angel works because I can scroll by and it's there. But I ain't have to pay for it. You know what I mean? Some of these companies having trouble selling shit people want to see. So, game show, nigga, that ain't it. That ain't it. I don't know how they're gonna do it. But again, call me, Chick-fil-A. Maybe we can discuss strategy, or something. I ain't gonna be able to help you in South Africa. Okay, and that's not your fault. That's mine. That's my fault. Okay. Oh yeah. So before we get out of here, little tech news. BS with Brian Simpson. We don't do this. I used to talk about tech more, and the podcast kind of felt like it was splintering a bit. But I'm still very much into the tech, very much into the gaming. What am I up to right now? I'm playing a lot of Diablo 4. The last 2 seasons have been great. This last one has been, an improvement. They're steadily improving and good because their expansion, Vessel of Hatred, comes out right around the same time as the Path of Exile 2 beta. And if they don't step it up, Path of Exile 2 is going to eat their fucking lunch because they're coming to take their cookies. They're taking their time. They are literally fan oriented. They recently did an alpha test, I believe, or a play test, and they literally they're changing the game based on the feedback they got. And because it's not a giant company, they can do that very quickly. They like the first Path of Exile was literally for the fans, which is why it started to be like from the beginning, and it little iterative updates, but it started to become a little hard to access because it was so inside baseball, and they're trying to kind of solve that problem by simplifying it and making it more accessible. But the point is, playing a lot of Diablo. I just downloaded that Wukong joint, the Chinese game. It's pretty fucking good. It's very beautiful. Very linear. You'd expect to be a little more open world type because that's what games are kind of leaning towards. But it's not. It's very linear. It's a little Dark Soulsy. It's a little Dark Soulsy, but it's also very fun, very beautiful, very well done game. A lot of the shit don't make sense, but I think that's to be expected because it's very like culturally Chinese. So you're not gonna get it like you would wish you would, but it's still gonna be, you're gonna get enough of it where it can still be entertaining because the game is so goddamn well done. Wukong is one of the coolest characters from Chinese legend. Yeah, I say go play it, and that's me after just playing it for a couple hours. I haven't been able to like dive all the way into it, but at some point I'm gonna start streaming. That's not the game though. I think I'm gonna wait for Path of Exile 2, but we'll see. But I have all the pieces in place. We'll see how that works out. So also I got me a Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6, not on me because I've already. Like I said, I was down all week with the COVID. I had it for a few days before that. And I decided to return it pretty quickly. And it's the same problem that I always had that I had with the last one and the one before that. And it's that when it's closed, the screen is too small for me. I can barely type anything. I got big fingers. And I feel like when unfolding the phone is stationary. Like when I'm sitting down and I'm in my phone, it's nice to be able to open it up and have a big little, mini tablet. But when I'm on the go or I just want to do something real quick, I don't want to have to open the fucking screen, and that outside one is just not as functional. So I'm returning that, and I'm getting the X Fold 3 from not Xiaomi, but damn, I can't think of the Chinese company. But we have an import ban, and so I'm gonna have to fucking order it from England or some shit. We'll see how that works out. I might end up or AliExpress. I don't know if I trust that. But we'll see. We'll see how it all turns out. Maybe it'll never happen. But I'm perfectly happy with my S24 Ultra, and I'm perfectly happy to wait for the S25 Ultra. The Pixel 9 just came out. The last couple pixels just pissed me off, and I just swore them off. Google kind of wants to half-ass compete in the premium space, but they don't want to go all the way premium, and I'm just. I'm sure that one thing I will say, the camera, from what I hear, is excellent for black people. Now, why is that significant? It's because if you're black on here, that we the last ones to get tested on shit. When they everything the camera's supposed to automatically recognize, they didn't test it on black people. And so most of the time, a lot of times, you'll hold your camera up to a group of people, and if one of them black, it won't even put a box over their face. They're not even there. You know what I mean? Or treat you like you an object in the background that's like too dark and like darken you further. You know what I mean? And so Pixels went out of their way to actually like adjust their camera algorithm so that black people are also, or darker skinned people are recognized better. And, and all of their adjustments and all that shit so that you look like a human in the pictures. But that's not enough to make me switch. Okay. I don't take a lot of pictures of myself. I don't take a lot of pictures at all, really. I may regret that on my deathbed, but, I use my phone for so many things, and pictures are one of the least things. That's never been something that made me purchase a camera. Now, there have been times where I've been disappointed by a camera and been like, but not enough to make me go, I'll buy whatever phone has the best camera. Because at this point in the game, it's really a wash, because most of the time people taking pictures with their phone, they edit it afterwards anyway, so that's not a good reason. So this is not a review of the Pixel 9 because I don't have one. I'm just telling you I don't care about it anymore. I was a huge Google fan before, and now I'm more of a Samsung fan that is with Google by default because Google is in the background. But you know what I mean? It's like being friends with one person in a couple, and you don't really like their spouse, but you tolerate them because that's the homie. It's that kind of thing. Samsung's the homie. Google is the spouse that I just kind of got to tolerate because it's a package deal, So I keep my distance as much as I can. And that's about it. We've learned a lot today. Communication is key. Communication is key. Hug someone from South Africa. The Z Fold 6 isn't for you if you have big hands. And faking your death to get out of child support is not a smart move. Okay? And I'm sure there'll be a documentary about it on that Chick-Fil-A app. Hopefully, but probably not. All right, keep it tight, Beaver Puss. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe. And, by the way, I'm going to be, before we get out of here, if you want to come see me live, I'm going to be, the next place I'm going to be is Madison, Wisconsin, at Comedy on State in Wisconsin, in Madison, Wisconsin. That's going to be on September 12th, 13th, and 14th, followed by the Punchline in Philadelphia on the 20th and 21st, followed by the Wilbur Theater in Boston, Massachusetts on October 11th, and the Bell House in Brooklyn, New York on October 12th. All those tickets are available right now. Followed by Oklahoma City on the 18th and 19th of October, followed by Cleveland on the 1st and 2nd of November. All those tickets are available right now at BrianSimpsonComedy.com. Or you can go to any of my socials at BS Comedian and click on the link at the link tree in the daggone bio. All right. And that's going to be it for me. Keep it tight, Beaver Puss. Or don't. Keep it loose. Do whatever you want.